natural remedies at home, incredible health benefits of these plants. Picture this. You wake up with a pounding headache, or you feel that all-too-familiar knot of stress tightening in your chest. But instead of fumbling through the medicine cabinet, you step out your back door into the soft morning light, you walk past fragrant leaves and vibrant flowers, reaching for the exact plant that will bring you relief. For centuries, this is how our ancestors lived, deeply connected to the earth and its powerful healing abilities. They didn't have a pharmacy on every corner. They had gardens, and they had knowledge passed down through generations. In our fast-paced world, it's so easy to feel disconnected from that ancient wisdom. We're taught to look for solutions in bottles, not in the soil. But what if I told you that you could reclaim that power? That you could grow your own simple, beautiful, and potent backyard pharmacy filled with natural remedies you've nurtured with your own two hands. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to start. We're going to explore 7 incredible medicinal plants that are surprisingly easy to grow, no matter how much or how little gardening experience you have. We'll cover everything from planting to preparing them, and I've got to be honest, the 5th plant on this list has completely changed my relationship with stress and has become an absolute must-have in my family's wellness routine. This isn't about rejecting modern medicine. It's about empowerment. It's about adding powerful, natural tools to your health toolkit and reconnecting with the world around you. So, have you ever thought about growing your own medicine? Let's dig in and see how you can start today. Section 1. Chamomile, the gentle calmer. Let's begin with a plant that almost everyone recognizes, the delicate, daisy-like flower of chamomile. It's sweet. Apple-like fragrance is instantly calming. It's one of the most beloved and well-researched herbs in the world, used since at least 500 BC. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by the day, struggled to quiet your mind before bed, or dealt with a fussy stomach, chamomile is the friend you want in your garden. It is often called a children's herb because it is so gentle, yet incredibly effective, making it a perfect starting point for any home apothecary. The problems it solves and its benefits. The most famous benefit of chamomile is its ability to promote relaxation and sleep. It gently soothes the nervous system, helping to ease anxiety, reduces stress, and quiet a racing mind. If you struggle with insomnia or just find it hard to unwind, a warm cup of chamomile tea before bed can be a game. Studies have even backed this up, showing it works as a mild sedative to help you fall asleep more easily and improve sleep quality. But it doesn't stop there. Chamomile is also a powerful anti-inflammatory and antispasmodic, meaning it helps relax muscles all over the body. This makes it wonderfully effective for digestive issues. It can soothe an upset stomach, ease gas and bloating, and relieve cramping by relaxing the gut muscles. That same anti-inflammatory power makes it useful for soothing skin irritations, which is why you see it in so many lotions and creams. It can even help with things like teething, pain in infants, or easing menstrual cramps. How to grow chamomile? You might be surprised at just how easy it is to grow this powerful flower. The most common variety for tea is German chamomile Matricaria hecuchit. It's an annual that readily self-seeds, which means if you let some flowers go to seed at the end of the season, you'll likely get new plants popping up next year for free. Chamomile isn't fussy. It prefers a spot with full sun, but if you live in a really hot climate, it won't complain about a little afternoon shade. It does best in well-drained soil, but it's pretty adaptable. You can start seeds indoors about a month before your last frost, or just scatter them directly in your garden bed or a pot once the danger of frost has passed. The seeds are tiny, so just press them gently into the soil's surface. They need light to germinate. Water them gently until they sprout, and then they're fairly low maintenance. The best part, the more you harvest the flowers, the more the plant produces, giving you a continuous supply all summer long. How to use chamomile. The most classic way to use chamomile is by making a tea, also called an infusion. Simply harvest the flower heads on a dry, sunny day. You can use them fresh, but drying them lets you store your harvest for the winter. To dry them, just spread the flowers in a single layer on a screen or a clean cloth in a well-ventilated spot away from direct sunlight. To make your tea, take about 2 teaspoons of dried flowers or a small handful of fresh ones per cup of boiling water. Pour the hot water over the flowers. Cover your cup to keep those precious volatile oils from escaping, and let it steep for 5 to 10 minutes. The longer it steeps, the more potent and slightly more bitter it will get. Strain the flowers, and you've got a beautiful, golden cup of calm. A little honey is nice, but honestly, the fresh, sweet taste is wonderful all on its own. Section 2. Spearmint. The refreshing healer. Next up is a plant whose scent is invigorating and instantly recognizable. Spearmint, mentha. It's the sweeter, milder cousin of peppermint, and it's been cherished since ancient Roman times for its culinary and medicinal gifts. If you've ever dealt with an uneasy stomach after a meal or a tension headache that just one tea quits, this vibrant green herb is a powerful and refreshing ally. It's one of those plants that just feels good to be around. Crushing a leaf between your fingers releases a burst of fresh, clean aroma that can lift your spirits in an instant. The problems it solves and its benefits. Spearmint is probably most famous as a digestive aid. The compounds in it, especially one called carvone, help relax the stomach muscles. This makes it incredibly effective for soothing a whole range of digestive complaints like indigestion, bloating, gas, and nausea. A warm cup of spearmint tea after a meal can work wonders to settle your stomach. And it does this with a gentler touch than peppermint, making it a great choice for those with more sensitive systems. Beyond digestion, spearmint is a fantastic remedy for headaches. Its cooling properties and ability to relax muscles can help ease the tension that often causes them. Just inhaling the aroma from a cup of tea or gently rubbing a little diluted spearmint oil on your temples can bring noticeable relief. It also has natural antimicrobial properties, which is why it's a common ingredient in toothpaste. Chewing on a fresh leaf can freshen your breath while helping to keep your mouth healthy. Some research even points to its benefits for balancing hormones and improving memory. How to grow spearmint. Okay, here's the most important thing you need to know about growing any kind of mint. It is a garden takeover artist. It spreads like crazy through underground runners and will quickly conquer a garden bed. For this reason, I highly recommend you grow spearmint in a container. A medium to large pot will give it plenty of room to thrive without it staging a coup in your yard. Spearmint is wonderfully lumpy. It enjoys moist soil and does well in either partial sun or shade. You can grow it from seed, but it's way easier to start from a small plant, from a nursery, or even a cutting from a friend's plant. It's so resilient you can practically stick a cutting in a glass of water, and it will sprout roots. Once planted, just keep the soil consistently moist but not soggy. Snip off stems regularly to harvest the leaves. This will just encourage the plant to get bushier and produce even more for you. How to use spearmint. The easiest way to enjoy spearmint's benefits is with a simple tea. Just like with chamomile, you can use fresh or dried leaves. For 1 cup, take a generous handful of fresh leaves or about a tablespoon of dried ones. Pour hot but not boiling water over them and let them steep for 5 to 7 minutes. Strain and enjoy. It's delicious, hot or iced. But don't stop at tea. You can also infuse water with a few sprigs of fresh spearmint for a refreshing drink. The leaves can be chopped and added to salads, fruit salads, or yogurt. For a cooling headache, compress, soak a washcloth in strong, cool spearmint tea and lay it across your forehead. This is truly a versatile and giving plant that asks for very little in return. Section 3. Lemon balm. The joyful soother. If you could bottle the feeling of a calm, sunny afternoon, it would smell just like lemon balm, melissa. It's in the mint family, you can tell by its square stem, but it has a distinctly bright, citrusy scent that is just delightful. This herb has been used for centuries to lift the spirits and calm the nerves. It was even a key ingredient in Carmelite water, a tonic distilled by Carmelite nuns back in the 14th century to soothe anxiety. If you're really looking for a plant that brings a sense of joy and tranquility to your garden and your mind, lemon balm is the problems it solves and its benefits. Lemon balm's main job is to be a calming force, making it exceptional for stress, anxiety, and nervousness. Research suggests that compounds in lemon balm can help improve your mood while calming agitation. It has a gentle, non-drowsy calming effect that can help take the edge off a stressful day. It's a wonderful choice when you're feeling emotionally frayed or mentally exhausted. This calming nature also helps with sleep. Often combined with other relaxing herbs like chamomile, lemon balm can really improve sleep quality, especially if your insomnia is tied to stress or anxiety. It helps you fall asleep more easily and promotes a more restful night. What's more, it has antiviral properties. Ointments with lemon balm have been found to help heal cold sores faster. And like its minty relatives, it also soothes the digestive system, easing issues like bloating and indigestion. How to grow lemon balm. Lemon balm is incredibly easy to grow, so easy that, like its cousin mint, it can spread with a lot of enthusiasm. While not quite as aggressive as spearmint, it does self-seed readily. So you might find new plants popping up. Growing it in a container is a safe bet, but if you have a corner of your yard where you dente mine a leash fragrant patch, go ahead and plant it in the ground. It's very adaptable, thriving in both sun and partial shade, and prefers soil that's moist but well. Buying a starter plant from a nursery is the easiest way to go. Plant it in the spring after the last frost. To keep the plant healthy and prevent it from getting scraggly, harvest it regularly by trimming it back. I like to harvest the leaves before the plant flowers, as that's when the flavor and medicinal properties are at their peak. How to use lemon balm? A fresh tea is my absolute favorite way to use lemon balm. The flavor is so much brighter than the dried version. Just gather a good handful of fresh leaves. Gently bruise them between your hands to release their oils and pop them in a mug. Pour hot water over them. Cover and steep for about 10 minutes. The resulting tea is light, lemony, and deeply comforting. You could also make a sun tea by filling a glass jar with fresh lemon balm leaves. Covering them with cold water and letting the jar sit in the sun for a few hours. The result is a beautifully subtle and refreshing drink. The chopped fresh leaves are also a wonderful addition to fruit salads or fish dishes. For a relaxing bath, you can put a large bundle of fresh lemon balm into a muslin bag and hang it from the tap while the tub fills. Section 4. Calendula, the skin soother. Now we move to a plant that is as beautiful as it is healing. Calendula, with its cheerful, sun-like blossoms and vibrant shades of orange and yellow. Calendula is like a ray of sunshine in any garden. It's often called pot marigold, but it's not a true marigold, its own unique and powerful being. For centuries, herbalists have turned to these golden flowers as one of the best remedies for healing skin. If you have kids who are always getting scrapes, or if you deal with dry skin, rashes, or minor burns, calendula is the plant you will reach for again and again. The problems it solves and its benefits. Calendula is, first and foremost, a supreme wound healer. Its flowers contain a host of compounds that are anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and This powerful combo makes it incredibly effective for a huge range of skin issues. It helps keep wounds clean, reduces inflammation, and promotes the growth of healthy new tissue. It's fantastic for cuts, scrapes, bruises, insect bites, and even sunburn. One of its most cherished uses is in salves and creams for soothing conditions like eczema, dermatitis, and diaper rash. Because it's so gentle, it's safe for even the most sensitive skin, including babies. By promoting collagen production, it not only helps wounds heal, but can also reduce scarring. It's a true all-purpose skin remedy. Taken internally as a tea, it can also be soothing for the digestive tract, helping with issues like heartburn or ulcers. How to grow calendula? Calendula is one of the easiest flowers to grow from seed, making it perfect for beginners. It's usually grown as an annual, but it self-seeds so generously that you'll likely see it return year after year. Choose a spot that gets full sun, though it will tolerate a little shade. It isn't picky about soil, as long as it drains well. You can sow the C-shaped seeds directly into your garden beds or pots right after your last frost, about ½ an inch deep. Water them until they germinate, and once they're established, they are quite drought tolerant. The most important part of caring for calendula is to harvest the flowers regularly. Seriously, the more you pick, the more it blooms. Pinching off the flower heads every few days encourages the plant to produce a steady stream of medicine all season. How to use calendula? Well, you can make a simple tea from the dried petals. Calendula's true power is unlocked when you infuse it into oil to make salves and creams. I know that sounds complicated, but I promise it's incredibly simple. First, make an infused oil. Harvest the flower heads on a dry day and let them dry completely on a screen for several days. Once they're papery dry, fill a clean glass jar, about 3/4 full, with the flowers. Pour a carrier oil like olive or sweet almond oil over them until they're completely submerged. Seal the jar, place it in a warm, sunny spot for 4 to 6 weeks, and give it a gentle shake every day or so. After a few weeks, the oil will have turned a beautiful, deep, golden color. Strain the flowers out using cheesecloth, squeezing out every last drop of that precious oil. To make a simple salve, gently heat 1 cup of your infused oil in a double boiler with about 1 ounce 1/4 cup of beeswax pastilles. Stir until the beeswax is melted. Then pour the liquid into small tins or jars and let it cool. That's it. You've just made your own healing salve. Perfect for all of life's little bumps and scrapes. Section 5. Echinacea, the immune defender. We, VA, now arrived at the plant I mentioned in the beginning, the one that has become a cornerstone of my family's health. Especially during cold and flu season, Echinacea, also known as purple coneflower, with its stunning petals and spiky central cone. This plant is not only a medical powerhouse, but also a beautiful addition to any garden that will bring all the bees and butterflies to your yard. For me, learning to grow and use Echinacea was a turning point. It was the moment I truly felt I could take an active role in my family's well-being, the problems it solves, and its benefits. Echinacea is famous around the world as an immune system supporter. For centuries, it has been used to help the body fight off infections. It doesn't just kill germs directly. Instead, it works by helping your own immune response, making your body more effective at dealing with invaders. This is why it's the go-to herb for colds and the flu. Studies have shown that taking Echinacea at the very first sign of illness can potentially reduce how bad your symptoms get and how long they last. Its benefits come from a complex mix of compounds that are anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and antiviral. All parts of the plant, the flowers, leaves, and especially the roots are medicinal, though the roots are considered the most potent. This is the plant you turn to when you feel that first tickle in your throat or when you know you've been exposed to something nasty. It's all about being proactive. How to grow Echinacea. Echinacea is a hardy perennial native to North America, so it's well adapted to a variety of climates. It loves full sunlight, at least 6 hours a day, and well-drained soil. It's also quite drought tolerant once it's established, thanks to its deep taproot. While you can grow it from seed, it can be a little tricky to get started, so buying a plant from a nursery is a great option for beginners. Plant your Echinacea where it has room to grow, spacing plants about 18 to 24 inches apart. For the first year, just enjoy the beautiful flowers. The real medicinal magic is in the roots, and they're most potent in plants that are at least 2 years old. This is a plant that teaches patience, and the reward is worth it. How to use Echinacea. There are 2 main ways to use Echinacea at home: as a tea or as a tincture. The tea is milder and good for general support, while a tincture is a much more concentrated and potent medicine. To make a tea, you can use the fresh or dried flowers and leaves. Use a couple of tablespoons of the herb per cup of hot water, steep for 10 to 15 minutes, and strain. The flavor is pretty earthy and floral. To capture the most powerful medicine, though, you'll want to make a tincture from the roots. In the fall of the plant's 2nd or 3rd year, carefully dig up a portion of the root, wash it well, chop it finely, and place it in a clean glass jar. Fill the jar with a high-proof alcohol like vodka, at least 80 proof, making sure the roots are completely covered. Seal it and store it in a cool, dark place for 4 to 6 weeks, shaking it every few days. Then strain the liquid through a cheesecloth, squeezing out as much as you can. Store this dark, potent liquid in a dark glass dropper bottle. At the first sign of a cold, a few dropperfuls a day can give your immune system the boost it needs. Section 6. Thyme, the respiratory guardian. Let's talk about an herb you probably already have in your kitchen. Thyme. This humble culinary herb is so much more than just a seasoning. Thyme is a potent medicinal plant with a history stretching back to ancient Egypt and Rome, where it was used for everything from embalming to giving soldiers courage. Its real power lies in its antiseptic properties, making it an incredible ally for respiratory health. When coughs and colds settle in your chest, thyme is the guardian you'll want by your side. The problems it solves and its benefits. Thyme's medicinal magic comes from its essential oils, especially one called thymol. Thymol is a powerful natural antiseptic, antibacterial, and antifungal compound. This is what makes thyme so effective for coughs and colds. It acts as an excellent expectorant, helping to loosen and expel phlegm from the lungs, a huge relief for a chesty cough. Its antispasmodic properties also help to calm the coughing reflex, making it useful for those dry, hacking coughs too. A warm tea or a steam inhalation with thyme can soothe a sore throat and help clear congestion from bronchitis or a cold beyond the lungs. Thyme's antiseptic nature is great for disinfecting minor cuts and scrapes when used topically. Its antibacterial properties can also help promote a healthy digestive tract. Plus, It's packed with vitamin C, giving your immune system an extra little boost. How to grow thyme. Thyme is a hardy, woody perennial that is incredibly forgiving, making it perfect for beginners. It absolutely loves sunshine and requires well-draining soil. It's actually one of those plants that thrives on a bit of neglect and hates having wet feet, so be careful not to overwater it. Thyme is perfect for a rock garden, the edge of a path, or a container on a sunny patio. You can grow it from seed, but like many woody herbs, it's much faster and easier to start with a small plant from a nursery. Plant it in a super sunny spot, and once it's established, it will need very little water. Regular pruning or just harvesting will keep the plant from getting too woody and will encourage tender, new growth. Just snip off the top few inches of the sprigs as you need them. For respiratory support, the best and simplest method is a thyme tea. Pour over hot water and let it steep, covered, for about 10 minutes. You can add a bit of honey and a squeeze of lemon, which both have their own throat-soothing benefits. Another fantastic method is a facial steam. Lean over the bowl and drape a towel over your head to trap the steam. Breathe deeply for 5 to 10 minutes. This will help open up your airways, loosen congestion, and deliver those antiseptic compounds right where they need to go. It's a simple, ancient remedy that provides profound relief. Section 7. Rosemary, the herb of remembrance. With its needle-like leaves and unmistakable piney scent, rosemary has been a symbol of memory for thousands of years. The problems it solves and its benefits. Modern science is starting to validate its ancient reputation, showing that compounds in rosemary can help improve blood flow to the brain, which in turn can enhance memory, concentration, and focus. Even just inhaling the aroma of rosemary has been found to boost cognitive performance. Rosemary is also rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. It's a fantastic digestive aid, helping to soothe indigestion and bloating. It's a true, multi-purpose plant that supports the body from head to toe. Rosemary is a woody, evergreen perennial that thrives in conditions that mimic its native Mediterranean home. Lots of sun, well-drained soil, and not too much water. In fact, overwatering is one of the quickest ways to kill a rosemary plant, which is beautifully in pots, which is great for those in colder climates, zone 6 and below, as it lets you bring the plant indoors for the winter. Rosemary seeds are notoriously difficult to germinate, so I strongly recommend starting with a cutting or a nursery plant. Plant it in a very sunny spot with sandy or gritty soil that drains quickly. Water it deeply but infrequently, allowing the soil to dry out completely between waterings. Prune it regularly to harvest its leaves and to keep it in a nice, bushy shape. How to use rosemary. The flavor is potent and pine-like, so you might want to start with a short steep thyme and see how you like it. To make a simple rosemary-infused oil for your hair or for massaging sore muscles, you can use the same method we use for cleansing. Fill a jar with dried rosemary, cover it with a carrier oil like olive or jojoba oil, and let it infuse in a warm place for a few weeks. Strain the oil and use it as a scalp treatment before washing your hair, or rub it into tired, achy muscles for its anti-inflammatory benefits. And there you have its 7 powerful, life-giving plants you can grow to start building your very own backyard pharmacy. It's about forging a deeper connection to the earth and the cycles of nature. I truly believe these plants are gifts. They offer us their beauty, their fragrance, and their incredible healing properties so generously. I hope this has inspired you to make a little space in your garden, on your patio, or even on a sunny windowsill for one of these amazing allies. Now, I would love to hear from you. Which of these plants are you most excited to grow first? If you found value in our time together today and want to continue exploring how to live a more natural and connected life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. It really helps me know that this content is useful and allows me to create more for you. Thank you for joining me. Remember, taking control of your health can start with a single seed. Be well and happy gardening.